Thanks for joining us for the second sermon in our series, 1 Month to Live. As a church body, we're reading Carrie and Chris Shook's book by the same name, exploring how we can all live lives without regret. In this second sermon in the series, we'll discover how we can live passionately. To do so, we must develop the discipline of hard work and the capacity to enjoy daily life. Let's join Dr. Collings as we learn how to live passionately.
O Lord, you are the passionate God. You loved humanity so much you gave your only Son to rescue us. I entreat you to teach us to live passionately. Grant us passion to become our ideal selves, to love our families and friends in unselfish ways, and to accomplish the work that you sent us into the world to do. I ask you, gracious God, to give us a passion to live a life of service. Show us how to serve our families, how to serve the people we work with, how to serve in ministries in the church, and how to serve you with a sincere and true heart. Please bless our life groups and inspire us to live a life without regret. I honor you as the source of everything that's good in my life. You are my God. Amen. Different cultures try to teach values in different ways. And the Greek culture of the ancient world wanted to find a way to take these great ideas of philosophy and apply them to everyday life. And the way they did that was through the theater. If you went to Athens today, you could visit the Acropolis, and at the bottom of the Acropolis, there are two giant ancient amphitheaters where people used to go and watch plays. But these plays were more than Hollywood entertainment. They were ways of capturing people's attention and teaching important values. And one such play was a play called Antigone by Sophocles. And basically the story says that there was a family that had two brothers and two sisters. And they lived in the city of Thebes, and the ruler of Thebes was the tyrant Creon. The two brothers got in a fight and killed each other. And one of the brothers was a favorite of Creon's, and so he said, the brother I like gets buried with honor, and the brother I don't like doesn't get buried at all. In fact, I threaten you with capital punishment if you try to bury this other brother. Well, the sister Antigone was left with a hard choice. She could obey the tyrant, or she could obey the law of love that she had for her brother. She could obey the law of the state, or she could obey a higher law, the law of God. And in fact, she chose to bury her brother with the proper funeral rites. And it made the tyrant raging mad. He threatened to kill the soldiers who were supposed to be watching if they didn't find who did it, and they found Antigone and brought her to Creon. And he was livid, just screaming at her. And she wasn't a timid girl. She couldn't be intimidated. And she just said, look, dude, you don't scare me. In fact, I'd rather be dead than live in a world where idiots like you are in control. Now, that's not what she said in Greek. That's a modern And he threatened her in several ways, and she wouldn't be intimidated. And I'm not telling you the end of the story. You might go read it for yourself and have the learning experience about what happens in life when you have to choose between two very difficult options. Because you see, the story of Antigone brings to light why it's difficult to live passionately. It's hard to live passionately because there are difficult choices we have to make in life. And these choices batter us around and push us back and forth. I've never in my life met anybody who said, I don't want to live a passionate life. I want to be boring. I don't want to do anything meaningful. I don't want my life to count for anything. I've never met one person like that. I never met one person who said, when I was in high school, I wrote, what do you want to do when you grow up? I want to be a loser. I've never met anybody who wanted that in their life. So why is it so hard to live passionately? Because life conspires against you living the passionate life God created you to live. And you have to be willing to make hard choices, just like Antigone made, if you're going to get it right and live this passionate life. In Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 9, we get advice on living a passionate life. It says, enjoy life. Now I'm going to read the rest of it, but I want to, with your permission, that is the heart of the sentence. Enjoy life. Everything after that is a modifier. But listen, the command is enjoy life. This is the same Bible that you've only found the commands that you thought made your life miserable, right? Some of us kind of grew up in a religion that only found the stuff in the Bible that made life hard and miserable. So if you read in the Bible, enjoy life, you kind of go, whoa, I better check that verse. Is that in my Bible? Where do you find it carved in tablets of stone that God desires you to live a tortured, difficult, struggling life? Here's what God says, enjoy life. Enjoy life with the wife whom you love and all the days of your absurd life that He has given you under the sun, because that is your portion in life and in your toil at which you toil under the sun. Here's this verse. Enjoy life. That is your God-given portion, and that's what you're working for. So, the life God gave you, He gave you to enjoy. The work you do in life, you work to find enjoyment and meaning in life. To live passionately, I have to get this right. I have to say, God designed my life in such a way that if I do this right, I enjoy it. And if I'm not enjoying it, it means somehow or another I'm trying to live this life in a way that God didn't design it to be lived.